So today we've got Bubsy the Bobcat in Claws Encounters of the Third Kind. It's a great name, but is it a great game? Well, I liked this back in the day, and I think I was pretty much on my own in doing so. I remember it being a game that was kind of not very well regarded. So let's have a look. Straight away I can notice a difference between my memory and how it plays today. Weird, janky controls. The jumping is not great. So you just jump on these things, they're like alien invaders that are nicking yarn for some reason. You know, why not? Yeah, the jumping is odd. And it doesn't feel particularly responsive to play compared with the memories that we all have. Bit disappointed with this. I was looking forward to Bubsy. It's always been a game that in my mind I really enjoyed. I never actually owned Bubsy 1. I do now, funnily enough, since I've been rebuilding my retro collection. Whoa! I like the effects there, like little things like that. The animation's cute. He's about to fall down the waterfall, or log flume, or whatever the hell this contraption that's been built is. But I rented it, to get back to my point, and I did really like it. But yeah, there's something about it which feels very off now. The jumping is... how do I describe it? It's just off. It feels incredibly sensitive to control. You can go off course really easily. There's something about it as well that's just a little bit irritating now, as a bit older. Bubsy as a character, of course, pretty much derided since because of games like Bubsy 3D, which quite often gets called the worst game of all time on PlayStation 1. And it was nothing like this, like literally nothing like it. Oh god. So that's the one thing I do like about this. Like I do remember that the death effects are all different. So there's like a different animation every time he dies, which is quite frequent, as we see. Yeah, I'm not thinking a lot of it, guys. I'll be honest. I remember it looking totally different to this too. I remember the greenery and everything, but it looked really impressive back then. But it doesn't now, and I don't just mean that like obviously it looks dated, but there's a load of 16-bit platformers that we've played and that I know we're going to play, which look great and hold up as great examples of the era. And I just find this really basic and really... what? Not very impressive. Poor to play, and not very impressive to look at, and the sound effects are irritating. Bubsy's voice is awful. So I don't know, there's not a lot oh my god. Will I get past this level? That's the question. I remember this being a difficult game. It's one-hit kill, if that weren't clear. You do die straight away. But you get quite a lot of lives, as you can see there. He doesn't have anything more. All he can do is jump on the heads and do this, like, gliding. Oh my god. It's frustrating, but maybe that's my own fault. I am running around the level incredibly fast, and that's kind of the problem. You don't really feel fully in control of Bubsy. You think of games like Sonic, where it's all about your, oh dear. All about your momentum and how fast you move and everything like that. But on Bubsy, that just feels like something that's happening, but perhaps shouldn't be. It's not got the control to justify going so fast. But okay, there we go. So extending the bridge. So it's got some nice little features there, like the animation when, on specific moments, like when he dies, or like whoa, like there where he slips. or when he were getting that bridge rolled out. Some nice animation, and it's a very colourful game, but yeah, there's just it's not really got anything to it that I can recommend above so many other games on the system, and it's almost a victim of the memory, really. I was quite looking forward to getting to Bubsy, I have to say, but it's not quite lived up to my hopes and dreams so far. Chapter 2, Forbidden Plummet. So, yeah, again, very similar looking level. I can't remember if it was Bubsy 1 or Bubsy 2 when I say this, but one level you were on a roller coaster, and I always found that really cool as a kid. So yes, as I just said there is a Bubsy 2. I think I've played it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty sure it was essentially the same game. Of course. So this came out, I think, in 1993. And obviously, you know, it's taken you can just feel it in how you move, how fast it is, and the colour palette. It's taken a huge degree of inspiration from Sonic, but it's, you know, not in the same universe when it comes to level of quality, I'm afraid. And he is a character, Bubsy, that they've tried to bring back numerous times. Even in the modern era, you know, there's games on the PlayStation 3 and maybe even PS4 for Bubsy. I know there's definitely been at least one. I think one of them were a Kickstarted game, but don't quote me on that. But I know there's definitely been a couple more attempts at bringing this character back. God knows why. You know, I don't think Bubsy really has any... Oh God, has a fan base as such. I think it's just a bit like me. Everyone remembers playing him, a bit like sort of Cool Spot and that type of... and Zool, you know. These characters, were they actually good? That's what I'm enjoying playing through the catalogue again, finding out, you know, were these as good as my memory tells me when I was, you know, 7 or 8. In Bubsy's case, I can say no, unfortunately. But we're making a bit more progress here through the second level. Here's what it is. It just feels like that it's missing an attack, maybe. You know, like all I can do is jump on things, but the jumping is really imprecise. And then I have a glide, which, you know, 1993, would that have been influenced by Knuckles? When did Sonic 3 was 94? Yeah, I don't know. The one-hit kills are harsh as well, because there's enemies just everywhere, so... Every time you jump, you're almost at risk of that. I'm just taking it into my own. That worked quite well. I just thought if I just glide forever, maybe I'll reach the end of the level, and so it turned out. Again, the arm balls. I don't know what the arm balls are doing. Is it just for points at the end of the level, or there doesn't seem to be any... You know, they're not acting like... It might have been good if they acted like rings in Sonic, so you have to be carrying some to give you a second... hit from enemies that you can then pick them up again. That'd have probably worked out better, because I think it's such an imprecise game that relying on one-hit kills, it almost makes it like Dark Souls of platformers here. Not that it's difficult per se, but you're battling with the controls all of the time here. Okay, let's go up here. I remember the levels being far more varied than this too, but maybe that's just that... Where do I go here? Okay. Yeah, but maybe that's just because, you know, you have to get through a certain amount of chapters before it changes. I don't know. But yeah, I do remember it being a lot more varied. Bubsy, yeah, like I say, it's just a bit irritating. He's a smarmy little guy, and his voice is very annoying. Just seemed to be a mass effort in the 90s, wasn't there, for just get... how do I get up there? Any animal, make it a alliterated name and then just slam him into a platformer and hope for the best. Oh dear. Do you know, I've got absolutely no idea how I'm getting up there. Oh my god. Oh, Bubsy. Please, nobody ask for a remaster of the original Bubsy games. We do not need it. We do. Oh no, we do not need it. This, I can conclusively say, Bubsy is a game that can be left in the past. The original. I can't speak for the modern games, but yeah, sad to say, because I know it is a game that people remember. It is a game that has a bit of nostalgia to it for a lot of people. I think it was just a game that a lot of people owned and a lot of people, you know, maybe rented, like myself. But yeah, it's not good, guys. In my opinion, I can conclusively give my review score as not being the best for Bubsy, and we'll leave it there. So, Bubsy, Claws Encounters of the Third Kind. Not quite as we remember it, I'm afraid.